What's up YouTube, Awesome Yugo here, and today I'm coming at you with a deck profile on Yosenju's. Before I'll show you all the cards, I'll tell you that this is a stun version of the deck, so a bit more of anti-meta. Mostly to combat Necros, which is of course the best deck by far right now. So I checked my deck out a bit for that matchup. But just in general, I feel like this is, at least right now, this is the best way to play Yosenju's. I also wanted to get into the mat real quick. This is the Spellground Forest Make My mat, and this is the one with the green inked, green on green. They also have yellow inked and purple inked. There's still a couple on their website, KB Games, I think. So if you like this, and in general I really don't like the color gray, but this looks absolutely amazing. And of course it fits with the wind attribute that these Yosenju cards have. So without further ado, let's get into the profile. Of course you have your triple Yosenju comma 1, and then triple Yosenju comma 2, and then triple Yosenju comma 3. So pretty much what all these cards do is allow you a normal summon immediately after you normal summon one of them, and 2 and 3 are the ones that attack directly, and then Yosenju comma 1 when normal summoned, or if you control another, so normal summon comma 1 and then let's say 2 or 3 or even Tsuyik, the Honest. I'll show you that later on. He can bounce the face-up card, which is really good, especially against the Jinlock of Necros, and just as a general out against some of the bigger monsters in the game right now. So 3, 3, and 3 absolutely mandatory in my opinion, especially if you're running the stun normal summon version. And then, like I said, the triple Tsuyik, Yosenju Tsuyik. This is pretty much your honest of the deck, which is really helpful. 1000 boost during damage calculation. Gets the other guys up to pretty high amounts, 28, 25, 26. And of course these are all normal summons, so what I'm trying to do in this deck is negate a bit of the special summoning. These are all wins, so these guys make Chidori. They all allow an additional normal summon. It's just, the synergy is really good in this deck, and this deck can really beat Necros, which is, like I said, the most relevant thing right now. Now, also to beat Necros, I am main decking triple Maxi. Just for the Necros, like I said. I'm also main decking 1 Thunder King Rayo. This is a bitch of a card for Necros to deal with. They have to out it relatively soon. If they don't have anything to out it in the early game, you're just going to overflow them with normal summons and do too much damage for them to deal with. And then I have 2 Fossil Dyna in the main deck as well. A really good blowout card if your opponent already has an established field. When it's set and flip face up, destroy all special summoned monsters on the field. But this allows them to special summon to begin with. So this is a normal summon with some protective back row. Is really troublesome for the Necros player. Now, of course, they do have some outs. I believe Jin is actually 1300, so Jin can kick over this because it's only 12. And of course, you have Dan Princess or Archmage of the Necros, which are normal summons that can get over this, but they have to have those outs. Once again, if they don't have them soon enough, you're just overflowing them with normal summons, beating them down. That's it for the monster cards. That's 18 monsters. Then for the traps, we have triple Tenki. For those of you who do not know, all of the Yosenju cards are Beast Warriors. Even your honest guy. So you have semi-searchable honest, or it is searchable, but then you have it on the field. At least if you already have something, you can just tanky for your honest, and then it really acts as an honest really good. Of course, you max out on that just for the consistency. Same counts for Pot of Duality. Really good for to search out, or semi-search out. This actually is semi-search out your floodgates. Really important to max out on those as well. Like I said, for the consistency, you're not going to special summon a lot. Most of the time, you're trying to avoid special summoning in the game. You're really a stun deck, which is really good to beat Necros, don't get me wrong. Triple MST. This is pretty much the worst card in your Necros matchup. Which your Clifford matchup is pretty bad, especially since I'm checking out a lot against Necros. This kind of helps with that, along with siding game 2 and 3. Then for some one-offs, we have the 1 Book of Moon, which I just absolutely love that card. Raigeki and a Snatch Tool. This really helps against the Clifford matchup. And then I'm playing the 1 Divine Wind of the Mist Valley. Also, all of these Yosenju monsters return to your hand at the end of your turn, so they're kind of like spirit monsters. They're not actually spirit monsters, but they have that same built-in effect. This keeps a monster on your field. When you have to bounce one of your Yosenjus, you can special summon another one out, making your Yosenju secret move live pretty much all of the time. Also, if I wouldn't be playing this, someone would be really mad at me, so I kind of had to play it. It's actually a good card. It allows you to continuously have board presence. So that's it for the spells. I believe that's 13, which leaves us with 9 traps. The triple Yosenju secret move is your Infernity Barrier. You need to have a Yosenju card on the field, so if you were to play like the Pendulum version, Dieback or Yosenju's R and L, they would also count, even though they're in the Pendulum Zone. Or if you're playing the Yosenju's Proving Ground, that would also count. I'm not playing Yosenju's Proving Ground myself, because I just feel like for a continuous spell, it doesn't give enough back to you that you have to invest in it. So I'm not playing that, but this is definitely a good Infernity Barrier-like card. Then I'm playing double Mirror Force. This is the protection I was speaking about for your Fossil Dyna and Thunder Kings. And then triple Floodgate and Floodgate. Triple Emptiness and a Microcosmos. This, if you have it like this, you're winning. That's just amazing. If you can have a Microcosmos along with a Vanity's Emptiness up on your side of the field, that's... Necros can be dead in general, so that's really, really good. But Emptiness, of course, an extremely strong card. I believe they fixed the ruling already on Kaleidoscope, because that was a bit less for this deck, if you were able to activate Kaleidoscope and still send the Herald of Arc Light. But I believe they fixed it. Problem Solving Card Text states that you should be able to send it, because in general a card has to resolve as much as possible. But they found that ritual cards as well as fusion cards, for example, don't really care for problem-solving card text. So I believe at this point in time, with Kaleidoscope, you don't send the Arc, which makes Emptiness a lot better against Necros. So that's the main deck. That's of course 40 cards, because you do want to have your consistency of seeing your Floodgates as well as some normal summons. It's a stun deck. In stun decks you pretty much never go over 40 cards. Then for the extra, I have 2 Lightning Chidori. You could actually go with 3, but I opted to go 2 Lightning Chidori along with 1 Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. This is really, really good. Kind of like an extra Heartland Draco, but then for a couple of turns a Gaga Cowboy. And those cards are really, really relevant, because you do a lot of, how'd you call it? Like little damages every turn. Yeah, it's a nice word for it, but I can't find it right now. I don't know, I have a brain fart. But you get those little pushes in every turn. You can, like I said, the Kama 2 and Kama 3 can actually attack directly. Then of course the damage is half, but that's still respectively 800 and 900 on every turn. Cowboy is 800, this does 2000. Heartland Draco can attack for 2000 directly. So all those hits, they stack up like a lot. So I really like the Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, since it's once again it's a difficult card to out. And of course 2 Chidori, because Chidori is ridiculous. The Tiger King, such as another tanky, making it with all of your Yosenjus. Same counts for Kagasuchi, but this actually has some synergy with the side deck choice I'm making. Of course, you have the Raigeki, but in the side deck I also have 2 Dark Holes, which I'll show in a second. And Kagasuchi can protect himself from the Dark Hole, making Dark Hole act like more of a Raigeki, which is really good. Dark Rebellion Dragon, once again, just the chip damage. Chip damage, that was the word I was looking for. More chip damage. Cowboy, really important. You might actually want to consider playing Cowboy at 2, because Cowboy is ridiculous in this deck. One Silent Arc, like I said, the Heartland Draco, one of the other MVP extra deck cards. Axiton, Diamond Direwolf, which you can of course pop one of your other Yosenjus, because you can pop tribute a Beast Warrior, which once again the Yosenjus are. One Castell, one Dweller. These are both cards you might want to consider running at 2 as well. Rhapsody, really good against Necros, and Ragnar Zero, which really enhances your Clifford matchup. So that's for the extra deck. Really solid extra deck, but in my opinion the rank 4 pool right now is just extremely good, which makes this deck even better. But then in reality you don't actually go into your extra deck that often with Yosenjus, which is really amazing. This deck, I really like this deck. I think it's the best contender to go one-on-one with Necros. Not in general, because your Burning Abyss matchup and your Clifford matchup aren't that great. But just in the 1v1 versus Necros, this deck is extremely good. Side deck, 2 Dark Holes, the Dimensional Fissure, more Floodgates, Double Twister to once again enhance your Clifford matchup, the triple Shared Ride, just completely shitting on Necros, and I'm not even ready, dude. Triple Anti-Spell Fragrance. Visibless Emptiness is so stupid against Necros, because now they have to set their MSTs before they can activate it on your Emptiness. So it just puts them so far behind. And at that point you have done enough chip damage to just finish them up. It's really good. One Soul Drain, another Floodgate, but this of course is for Burning Abyss. And then triple Fairy Wind to destroy them Clifford players. So that's it for the deck. In the comment section down below, let me know what you think of this deck. Like I said, I really like this deck. I think it's really good, especially against Necros, and of course everyone is trying to play the Necros right now if they have the funds to do so. And this is definitely something that can beat it. So yeah, in the comment section down below, let me know what you think of this deck. Thank you guys for watching. Be on the lookout for some more Secret Forces deck profiles. I'll be doing one on Necros for sure. And I'm pretty sure I'll do one on Ritual Beast as well. I just have to look into the deck a bit more. This was a simpler deck to build, because it's a simpler deck to play pretty much. The Ritual Beasts are a bit more combo based, so I'll have to check on ratios and stuff. So I'll have to test that a bit more before I feel comfortable doing a deck profile on those on them. But yeah, in the near future I'll probably be doing one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!